All right. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to another broadcast of Luminary Leaders Live. My name is Shelly Harrison, and I'm your host. And I'm excited because I get to work with collaborative partners. I also, get to feature our speakers on this broadcast. And today, I want to bring on some partners that we've been working with for the last 7 years. A lot of our speakers have provided presentations for this organization. And I know a lot of people in this organization because I used to work in the mortgage industry and I attended a lot of their meetings, and they're very lively. They've got a lot of energy. And today is no different. We have actually the two people that you see here on the screen. We have Tony Capitelli, who is the CEO of the Inland Gateway Association of Realtors. And we also have Janessa Mercer with us, who is the executive assistant. And she also helps the president of Tigard too. So I want to welcome you both onto the broadcast. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, great.
Vanessa. Yeah, and I'm excited because you guys have done so much for us and have had our speakers present live in the past years as well as virtually. And now I want to be able to get back to you guys. I want to provide this platform so that you can share the greatness that your organization is doing. And if I can, I'm just going to throw it on over to both of you. And I would love to have one of you kind of share with us, what is Tigard?
Sure. Absolutely. Janessa, I'll go ahead and start if that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
Sure. So, in terms of a realtor association, so the vast majority of our some 2,300 members think that all we do is provide them access to the MLS. And that's something that we get all the time, right? It's, oh, you're the MLS people. Well, yes, we do that. And that is a very important part of what we do is provide those business tools. But it's also so much more than that. Most important of what we do actually is advocacy, and that's in the political arena, which I know a lot of people don't like to get involved in these days. It can be a little extreme, but we do engage in that, and we represent homeowners in that space, fighting for private property rights and more expansive home ownership. And so, as well as educational opportunities to our members as well. So those are kind of the three pillars of what we do. But it's hard to get our members to understand that because they're busy doing their business. They're out in the field. But we're busy advocating for you in the background so that you can do that business. In fact, this year, our state association obviously pushed to have realtors as essential employees. We also got them to remain as independent contractors. So if realtors weren't able to be independent contractors, they couldn't have their own businesses, and the industry would not thrive nearly as much.
Yeah, and those are two really good points, Tony, because I think the advocacy, it's important. And I know that there are a lot of changes with COVID and, plus, realtors where things have changed for them dramatically, right? Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. It's a whole new world. We were a little shocked at how well we actually did through the pandemic in terms of the industry itself. But members had to make a lot of adjustments, and we worked very hard to guide them through that.
Yeah, no, I can see, just a lot of the realtors out in the industry right now, they're really catching on to, just a lot of the changes with COVID. And as far as, your organization, Janessa, I know that, you do a lot for Tigard too. And I would love to hear what you provide and how you, just really kind of give back and do the work that you're doing.
Yes, of course. So we have wonderful speakers like you have given us that come to our breakfast meetings that help educate our realtors and affiliates, because it's not just realtors here, it's also affiliates from all walks, not just mortgage lenders. We have people that range from, termites to inspection to also even photography for real estate. So your speakers help us broaden the horizons and just help them be better at their job and also give back to the community. Something that you and I have spoke about before is our different committees and how those different committees give back to our members, but also the places around us. So we have a lot of different committees. We have a housing affordability, we have a global diversity and cultural committee, we have a young professionals committee, and one of the ones that give back the most is the charity committee. And so that's something where we can do fundraisers that are small or large, and it could be someone in our area or it could benefit us otherwise. But we have so many different ways that we can reach out to the community, and that's why we have them. Is we want to cover all bases. We want to make sure that it's not, just realtors that we're already talking about. It's always the whole picture, because being a realtor or being an affiliate is a part of being a good neighbor within your community as well.
Yes, and that's a great point. With all the different actually committees that you have and things that have been created by Tigar, I know that there are a lot of people that have been with Tigar for many, many years. And I think the work that you're doing, bringing out the services and the things where real estate agents, and like you mentioned, even more and beyond, the real estate agent, you have the mortgage reps, and that's when I actually came in and learned about Tigar, but I've known of them for a long time, for the organization. With the members that you have, what do you think the common thread is for them, within the real estate industry, where they're, kind of connected and staying with Tigar? What is the secret sauce?
Sure. So it was the first thing I noticed when I started here. Janessa and I actually started about the same time. And the first year I was here, I went to our installation for the first time, and I actually invited my former boss, Dave Stefanides. He has my position over in Orange County.
Yeah.
And he came, and it was our normal installation, lively bunch. And he was like, "Wow, you have just got engaged, lively members." And I said, "Yeah, it's an incredible culture here." And so that's really it. And that's not, that's not new, obviously, with Janessa or I. That's been here for a long time. And the people like Jackie Barndollar Landry, Adriana Nagel, Vince Baldwin. I could go on and on with some of our members that just bring us this tremendous culture. And what Janessa and I have tried to do is really broadcast that out, make that known, because unfortunately it was that core group that was very loyal. But we think that we have an association that is good for everybody, and so we've worked on bringing that message out.
Yes, and I know, so you really cover, what are the market areas that you cover, and can other realtors from other and affiliates, can they come to your meetings, be a part of the services that you provide?
Absolutely, yeah. So our core area is Corona Norco. That's in fact, we used to be the Corona Norco Association of Realtors.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yes. We now, though, have a satellite office in Lake Elsinore, so we do cover the Lake Elsinore and Canyon Lake area. We also have a significant amount of members in Chino Valley, Eastvale, and Harupa Valley. So we really span, just like our name says, that entire Inland Gateway. In fact, we now have a good amount of members in the Anaheim Hills and Yorba Linda area as well.
Oh, that's great.
And so when we do our economic reports, for instance, we're actually covering 3 different counties as part of that. So it's a big area, but we want to make sure that our members get the best of each part.
Well, and there are plenty of ways to engage too with your association, and like the name says, Inland Gateway. So when you think of gateway, you think, like you mentioned, Tony, where there are 3 different counties that you're serving, and who's to say that it can't expand from there, right? I know that when I had attended a few meetings, when I would talk with other realtors, there are realtors coming from, LA and different places, because they wanted to hear about the properties that were being offered through, MLS. And because I know you guys do announcements, towards the end, I think. I want to say it's towards the end, or at least they used to when they did meetings. And that's the beauty of Tigar, because you do offer so many different ways for people to engage. And even the meetings that you have, the breakfast meetings, where you stream those live to Facebook. In fact, I caught the tail end of it today with your speaker, the attorney that you had on today. And tell us about, things that you really want all these, different counties, because this is live and we go out to a lot of different communities with this broadcast. So tell us, who is the ideal member for your association?
Sure.
Well, yeah, I'll let Janessa start that one out.
Sorry.
Go for it.
So, I mean, the big thing is that Tigar is a huge family, right? And it's not
Yeah.
just anyone in Corona or Norco. We still want anyone from any area to tune in with us, because no matter what, at the end of the day, we're all much stronger together. And the more we learn, the more we grow. And so I wouldn't even say that there's an ideal member out there. It's just whatever they need to get from us, we want to make sure that we provide those benefits. So whether you're a realtor or an affiliate, we have things like secondary memberships that allow them to be a member with us and other associations as well. And so every association is a little bit different. I'm a little bit biased, but I really love Tigar.
Yeah, I'm a big fan too.
Yeah, there's no real ideal candidate. It's just, we have all these different benefits that we can give to them. And so if they're interested in that, we are able to give them a membership and help build their business better.
Yeah.
And
go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, if I could add on to that just a little bit. So, Janessa and I actually started at about the same time. There's a lot of great associations out there, so I don't want to, put down any other associations, of course. But I think both of us were of the firm belief that, in general, members could get more out of their local association.
Mm-hmm.
And, the fact that our members have that perception of MLS only is telling. That shouldn't be the case. And, we see that as on us to fix.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we do is we try to not only bring out those benefits that we already offer, but bring benefits that people wouldn't even think of. So Janessa mentioned our charity committee, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
This year, it's a big priority of ours to get involved in the nonprofit realm, and also to address issues surrounding race and fair housing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a big issue. It's a big issue in our area. It's a big issue everywhere. And so we are working hard to bring programming to address those issues specifically. So that's, we always try to fill in those gaps that we see.
Mm-hmm. And, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I'm actually co-director for the Veterans Chamber of Commerce, the National Veterans Chamber of Commerce. And I run a chapter here it's Orange County and Inland Empire. So we'll need to connect on that, because I would love to have you, just learn a little bit more about it. And there are ways that Tigar can engage. Yeah,
definitely. And Janessa is your person for that.
Yes.
So.
Well, Janessa, we have more to talk about, right?
I don't think what we have to talk about will ever end. I think there's always ways for everyone to engage with us one way or another.
Yes, and I agree with that. And I just want to really show you my appreciation for all the years. I mean, I know you two have been there for a few years, and kind of dating back, where we've had our speakers there, and many speakers that have presented for Tigar, and they're connected to Tigar too. And some have gone on, they're doing their thing. But we love working with Tigar and the people that are part of it. And your president, I've known Adriana for many, many years. Well, actually the president of the association, not president, but she's her official title. I know she's part of it. But
she's president now. Yes.
Oh, president. Okay. Because I wasn't sure how the titles worked. But I know that Adriana will give her a shout out. She does a great job. She's very outgoing, and she does a lot of live too. At least she used to. Oh
yeah, she's our best cheerleader. Absolutely.
Yeah, she sure is. She definitely is. And when you look at the real estate market, I know we only have about a minute left, but I'd love to just kind of look at with a microscope and look at the real estate industry here in the Inland Empire. What's the first word that comes to your mind, Tony?
Oh gosh, I would say change.
Change.
Yeah, that's the with a pandemic, the industry decided to go and change all over the place in the same year. So it is a drastically different world than it was a year ago. But that's not a bad thing. It's there's a lot of issues surrounding MLSs. Different big companies getting into the space and changing how the industry is formed. how
Yeah.
realtors do business. Going forward, though, I don't see any reduction in the need for a realtor, a person that is an expert in that field, that knows the transaction. I mean, you're dealing with the biggest transaction of somebody's life, maybe the only opportunity for them to generate wealth.
Yeah.
If it's me, I'm not leaving that into the hands of a computer, but I might be biased.
Well, and it's true because it is a very big purchase, but I think dealing with people, we want to deal with people that we know, like, and trust. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And how about you, Janessa? What's the first word that comes to your mind when you think of the real estate industry here in the Inland Empire?
Well, I love the word that Tony picked. I would definitely choose that one as well, but I'm always about growth. And so the way that people are growing their businesses and the way that they're reaching out to people and how they're servicing them, they've had to take their customer service level up 10,000 notches this year because of all the changes. And so growth is a big one because since we are a people business, they made sure that they put those people first and they change their business to reflect what those people need and how they could still serve them with all of the change happening.
Yeah, no, I love that. So change and growth, two big words for this year for Tigar. Well, I want to thank you both. So we're here with Tony Capitelli, who is the CEO of the Inland Gateway Association of Realtors, and also my friend Janessa Mercer, who is executive assistant, and she does a lot. So you'll have to listen to this broadcast to learn what Tigar the Inland Gateway Association is also known as Tigar. Tigar. And their website is streaming at the bottom of this broadcast. So please make sure that you connect. I have a lot of realtor friends. I have mortgage friends. You need to watch this episode. So we'll make sure that we put that in the show notes. Again, Tony and Janessa, thank you so much for being here. And any last comment that you want to make before we end the broadcast?
Well, I just like to say that I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Shelley, you do an amazing job with this show, and I will become a loyal fan now, I think.
Good. I appreciate that. Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah, we're just really grateful for you, and we're excited to see anyone who's watching this. If they want to reach out and learn more, we can't wait to connect with them.
Awesome. That's awesome. Well, again, thank you both for joining the broadcast, and to our audience, thank you for being here. Until next time, this is Luminary Leaders Live, and I'm your host, Shelley Harrison, and we'll see you next time.